The August 2026 Dev Q&A was disastrous. Hey everyone, I returned to Asphalt for the LFA Nürburgring edition when it was added to the game earlier this year. I'd only intended to briefly return and then dev again, but I kinda just kept on playing. Now, I intend to save up to 100k tokens and then patiently wait for the day that they add the 919 Hybrid Evo, if that day ever comes. I may play on and off after having saved 100k, I may not. It really depends on how life changes from there. I also realized that I just don't like this channel being this inactive. Thus, I'm returning to Asphalt content. And boy do I have a video for y'all today. We were due for a new dev Q&A this month and it just finished the other day. The answers were disastrous. Let's get straight to the analysis. So yeah, let's go over the answers question by question. This is good. Race base payout is tied to rep, and I believe at 120 rep, the multipliers you get reduce substantially. So you're going to be fixing that, which was being worsened by other credit bonuses that you get from, say, the VIP system. Upgrade cost grew with every class, but credit income did not. How are we planning to address this? The first thing, like, right off the bat, immediately, hey, Legend Pass. I think this is only referring to MP1, not MP2, so you're not going to be seeing any credits increases from MP2. And then console's different, of course. This is a ton of words, but they're being intentionally vague about what they're actually working on for something in clubs that will fill the void that Clash had left after it had been removed. The current Gauntlet rewards are staying exactly as they are. The ones that they had announced in the patch notes that time are not happening anymore. They're really doubling down on this premium path pays better kind of thing, or Black Crest Hall. I didn't know people were asking for this, but they might make it so that packs and events and whatever aren't going to be constantly giving you trade coin all the time if your garage level is pretty high. Credits, heist, and car loot were built for a smaller economy. Will day rewards be reskilled? No. I still think like doubling, tripling, or quadrupling the total amount from credit heist would be very helpful, at least, even if it doesn't solve every problem the game economy has. But generally, every new car has just progressively gotten more expensive, but still under the 42.6 million limit for S-Class cars. The wording in this answer is actually pretty sneaky here. This is the aforementioned credits increases, and then more changes coming to both rewards and quality of life, arriving in stages rather than in one large drop. More changes. If you know anything about changes, like 99% of changes are nerfs, so just beware. But of course, any improvements are going to be incremental and in stages. About carpools, this is a really long way to say we're working on it. Yep, Go Slipstream is returning to MP1. Will they add any new cars to showroom? Not really. More filters for the garage? More complicated than you think, I guess. I guess people have been asking for using wildcards and keycards during free try. They're not letting you do that. We hear you about F5, but we aren't doing that. Keep suggesting. They're not going to be adding new career chapters. Apparently they're going to improve quality of life for fuel refills. More track variants with different time of day, different one. This is whatever. Expanding customization systems and more customization generally? Not really. They're only going to give you some small things. Whatever this means, I don't think this is meaningfully improving Spotlight. The expansion of donation systems, no. Opens the door to exploits that would damage the economy for everyone. Ah, of course. This is understandable because optimizing for Android is really quite difficult. Android is really diverse in both software and hardware, meaning a wide variety of different Android devices use very different hardware, and the software skins they run will also differ quite a lot. They're going to review the whole VIP system, I guess. This is whatever, and maybe they'll get full cross-save for all platforms. Maybe they won't. Zooming out and looking back at all their answers as a whole, these guys really don't want to give out much more than they've already been working on, and generally don't seem very enthusiastic about community demands. They've rejected a lot of the popular ones highlighted. I counted 8 out of 24 total answers that were a no or not right now kind of answer. Don't be fooled. There's a lot of we're looking into it overall in these answers, but I wouldn't be so confident after reading that. We're not going to be seeing as much substantive fundamental change as people are asking and hoping for. Their positive answers have all pointed towards incremental changes in stages with major features and changes much further into the future. If you've been paying attention to the roadmaps, minor features have arrived delayed, and the major features have been delayed into the more distant hazy future. So, I'd say pretty much that this month's Dev Q&A is par for the course for this current dev team. Not much will change, but at least you'll be getting 75% more credits from MP1 at bare minimum. Fun. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.